What's up, Wolfpack? Yungavelle here, back at it with another video. So, I'm at my kava spot right here. This is the place where I perform at. This is a spot in Wynwood in Miami. And we're just going to continue on with the 13 Virtues of Ben Franklin. If you're just tuning in the first time seeing this series, I decided to do a series on the 13 Virtues of Ben Franklin because I had a conversation with one of my mentors, my older boys, and he put me on. He mentioned this, one of the virtues, industry, but he mentioned it in conversation in such a way that it was like, no, I'm always engaged in industry. And I was like, what do you mean? And watch the previous video, that's number 6. Industry is described by Benjamin Franklin as lose no time, be always employed in something useful, cut off all unnecessary actions. And I thought it was cool that he referenced it so naturally that I was like, what are these 13 virtues? And he said that not only are they just virtues in general, but he believes them to be like energies that you work with, that you call upon when you're either in action or through word. You could say something like the energy of industry, that's something that you wish to work with, kind of thing. So I thought that was cool. And so we're moving on to number 7, which is sincerity. So Ben Franklin describes this one as use no hurtful deceit, think innocently and justly, and if you speak accordingly. So this reminds me of one of the 4 agreements, which says always be impeccable with your word. And if you don't know the 4 agreements there, don't take things personal, always be impeccable with your word, always do your best, and don't make assumptions. So 4 simple things that are really great tenets to live by. I also did a video about that, how no fat ties into the 4 agreements. And the virtue of sincerity reminds me of that. You always put yourself in the best possible position when you are sincere. When you're sincere and genuine, you don't really have, wow, there's a lot of planes flying, you don't really have any, you don't have any block, that's energetic block that's blocking you from whatever thing that you're trying to communicate with. The channel is open, essentially, is what I'm trying to say. So sincerity allows for that channel to be open, and when the channel is open, when the channel is clear, ideas, energy, cooperation can flow freely, and it can flow way easier than if there was some sort of unnecessary blockage there that you did if you just started saying shit just to say shit. And that's why I think it's important where it says, if you speak accordingly. There's a lot of sayings, a lot of spiritual sayings that say, wise men, or the person that speaks the most knows the least, kind of thing. And wise men only speak when they have to. And there's a reason for that. There's a reason why people are considered wise when they're not always blabbering their mouth as soon as something comes up, or as soon as they get some sort of thing that might elicit a reaction from them. So it's very important to be mindful of the energy that you're putting out, whether that's in word, whether that's in action. It's very important that you remain centered, because in that centering, it's going to allow you to remain genuine. It's going to allow you to remain sincere in whatever interaction that you find yourself doing. So, use no hurtful deceit is pretty straightforward, because we all know what you put out is what you get back. That's just one of the laws of this physical universe. So, like I said, it's just easier for you to that safeguard is automatically there when you're sincere, when you're genuine. Think about how when you have a conversation with someone and you express yourself where you say things in a way where you get it off your chest, but not in a hurtful way, but you get it off your chest, right? So now you're not holding anything back. you're not holding anything back. You're being genuine, you're being sincere with how you feel, and that's just going to allow you to move through the world in a much greater space, in a much easier space. And when we're talking about ideal ways of living, which is what this whole channel is about, and the reason why I'm doing this series, being sincere is a hallmark that we need to, that you need to, and I need to continue to hone and to put as a staple of not only our interactions but of our character. So that's all I really wanted to talk to you guys about today. It's a little rainy out here in Miami. I'm about to enjoy some kratom and work on some new music. I hope you guys are doing great. Today's the full moon, and like I always say, guys, until next time, remember, a greater perspective can lead to a greater connection.